indeed. If that music didn't wake you guys up, I don't know what will. Good evening, alumni, friends, community members. My name is Narek Ghazarian, and I'm the Chief Communications Officer here at AUA. And it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you guys back to AUA for this very special celebration of Alumni Homecoming. As you guys know, this is a very, very special year for us as we celebrate the 30th anniversary of our university. Today is the final celebration of the week. We hosted multiple different events this week. We started the celebration Wednesday evening with a discussion with one of our alumni from the MPH class of 2007, Nazaret Safarian, followed by a panel discussion with our deans. On Thursday, we hosted our distinguished alumni with our president for a discussion on private-public partnership. And today, we're gathered to celebrate the reunion and award this year's Distinguished Alumni Award recipient. So we're very excited. So on behalf of the entire Alumni Relations Office, the Office of our President, and the entire AUA community, I welcome you guys back to AUA. Let's get started with our with our welcome greeting from our President, Dr. Karim Marquides. So Madam President, let's greet our alumni and get started with today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and welcome home to your alma mater. This is great to have you here, and especially I'm so happy that you could make it, although it is a little tough these days to travel and also join forces. But I think we are in a good, safe place here. We have done a lot to keep this university facility and also the procedures safe as we can. So maybe this is the safest place in the country. That's what we think. Anyway, you are here at our alma mater, and now alumni have climbed to the number of 5,120. Isn't that great? So we're starting to really spread AUA alumni all over the world. And thank you also for being such great ambassadors for AUA wherever you are and whatever you do and whoever you meet. So we all trust that you are really spreading the words around, and we are, because of Armenians are really a global nation. I think that this is something also that you are helping us with a lot. So, but it's also good that we can stay in touch with you are staying in touch with us, and what different things that we are offering, different activities. So, of course, we offer seminars, we have guest speakers, we have other activities on campus that we are so welcome to join, and there are going to be more opportunities like that now when we are opening up more of our activities in open centers and reality labs out in the provinces. But also that you stay in touch with us by working as mentors with students, mentors with startup companies, mentors also now in new program that we are trying to launch also for companies that needs leadership skills and so forth. And I also in building capacity in the regions is something that we are focusing on. So there are so many opportunities that you can come back and be part of, and that we are really, I want to invite you to do so. So AUA is constantly developing the delivery of our mission, and I took the mission with me here so that I could remind you of our mission. So it says, if you recognize this, we haven't really changed the mission, it's just that we try to really deliver on it. It is a great mission. The American University of Armenia aims to have an impact on students and the community as a center of academic excellence, innovation, inquiry, and diversity that contributes to the further development and advancement of Armenia, the region, and the world, through teaching, research, and outreach, fostering creativity, leadership, integrity, and community service. That's great, isn't it? So, and there's a lot we can do in this here, so we are happy that you are also engaging with us in this. in different ways. So we are positioned to lead and to inspire change, to bring prosperity to Armenia, its provinces, and to the larger region. For your information, we are also since last week the host for the Black Sea University Network. It's 120 universities in our larger region that we are working with more tightly for the coming couple of years. We are constantly inspired by the work that you are doing also, and we continue to cultivate change and to make an impact. And so I think we all have this the same aim here today, and I also want specifically here to really congratulate the celebrating of the anniversary classes that we have. And I hope some of the anniversary classes are here. So it's 1996, 2001, 2006, 2011 and 2016. And could I please ask the anniversary classes to stand up, would you? Thank you so much. Did we get a good photo of that? That's great. So thank you very much for that, and thank you for being here, of course. And I enjoy and hope that you really enjoy the event that we put together for you. And I guess we are ready to get started. Narek.
Thank you very much indeed. It is absolutely a pleasure having all of you guys here with us today. Let me actually move over here. So as you guys know, the university has had major upgrades, and we've constantly are growing and, oh, let me grab my clicker, hold on. We're constantly are growing, innovating, and making advances to our university. So I'm just gonna do a very brief update for you guys here to what's happening on campus. Am I? All right, I'm gonna put on my teacher hat and do a quick presentation here. So, here we go. Clicker, good. All right, so let's start with some academic updates. Last year was a really interesting year for us, although due to the many challenges that we face as a society, as a country, AUA actually advanced in many different areas. One of them were our academic updates. Last year we were able to launch 2 certificate programs, the graduate certificate in hotel and hospitality management, which is really important given given Armenia's position with more increasing tourism and so on. The other really important certificate program was the graduate executive certificate in management. We also launched 2 programs in the College of Social Sciences and Humanities, and we're in the process of developing our Bachelor's of Science in Nursing program. The 2 programs in the social sciences have already started, so we recruited our cohort. They started this year in August. The nursing program is in progress now being developed. We're hoping to start recruiting for it for next year. With that, let's move on to some campus expansions. You guys might have read the news that we opened our newly constructed student residence, which is basically a boutique hotel right on the gorge, overlooking on the gorge, next to the Parajanov Museum. It's a beautiful hotel, and it really allows AUA to position itself to recruit more international students, give students opportunity from the regions to study at our university, and also students from Yerevan also, but we really are hoping to increase our international student body by also offering this beautiful student residence to them. We also, in line with that, we also started the construction for the Nigerian Center for Social Entrepreneurship. So these 2 buildings are right next to each other, actually. They were gifted to the university by the Nigerian family, and USAID ASHA funded the renovation of it. So the construction for this building has begun already, and we cannot wait for it to be finished, because it's really, the conversation on Wednesday we had with the alumni was entrepreneurship and the path forward for our country. And we spoke about how this building will really change the ecosystem of the entrepreneurship world, especially in social entrepreneurship. So we're really excited for this project. One massive project we're undertaking now is last year we received over $700,000 from Asha again to turn the park, which many of you have seen behind the PAB, into a smart public space. We are, again, just like the other projects, are very excited about this because this is really going to transform not just the community at AUA, but the community at large by turning this into an awesome common space, a public space, where not just our community will benefit from. I think it's going to be really cool. We already started a lot of the conversations with the community, with the neighbors, our internal community, to what is it exactly that we want to see in this park. We've already selected the architectural company, so this is on its way. The architectural company is from Holland, so we're bringing some European expertise to Armenia. And very recently, the one that I'm excited about the most, I think, as head of communications, is our Aua Media Lab. We just received a grant a couple of weeks ago, I believe, over $800,000. This is going to be something very unique for Armenia and the region to create a center like this in a university. So there's a lot to look forward to as far as campus expansion. We are 100% capacity currently with our facilities. So all these additions will really allow us to expand and increase our student engagement, student numbers, and so on. And here is kind of what we're all going to be working towards. We launched the capital campaign on our 30th anniversary. This is hopefully going to be our science and engineering building. This is just a dream we're all working towards. So under the leadership of our president this year, we launched this capital campaign. So we are very, 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 very excited to actually create this building. More details on this to follow. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's move on here. Clicker, clicker. There we go. So as you guys are aware and receive a lot of emails from us, we're constantly running many different campaigns across the university, and we thank our alumni very, very much. We're constantly contributing to all the different efforts the university has. Financial support is always important, but there's also in-kind support and so on and so on. I just really wanted to bring to your attention the Changemakers campaign that was launched this year, this year-ish, under the leadership with under our president. Again, we launched the 200 Changemakers campaign, which is a campaign that supports the newly established open centers, the operations almost of the open centers. So when we launched this campaign, it was really, really, really exciting that out of the first 30 people who joined this campaign, 4 of them were our alumni. So on the 30th anniversary of the university, class of '93, as the first graduating class, became a change maker. So we're forever grateful to them for that. Mikhail, who many of you know, jumped on board and became a change maker also, which is really exciting. And of course, Ani, who's a class of '93, but she joined individually as a change maker also. And of course, Artavast, another co-founder of Pixart, one of our wonderful alumni who also joined the campaign. So this is really, really cool. And we really hope to see more alumni on this list, supporting the university as we continue on this journey of growth. Oh, sorry, the Changemakers campaign is a $25,000 donation on a 5-year term, I guess, so $5K a year for 5 years, which equals to $25,000. So, and the Changemakers, as you guys saw, let me see if I could go back. Oh, no, okay. Yep, we're going back, hold on. I want to show you the wall because the wall is the coolest part. So you guys know the bridge that connects PAB to main building right there. So this is what the bridge looks like. So if you haven't been here for a while, make sure we could go up to the 3rd floor and walk across the bridge, and you could also see some of the activities that are taking place in our centers of excellence and the Changemakers wall. Okay, now we're moving forward again. Here we go. Alumni Endowment Fund, launched by the first graduating class with an initial endowment of $35,000. Our alumni endowment is now $234,000. You guys know one of the best things about our university is our need-blind admissions policy, right? Any individual that gets accepted to this university has the right to study here no matter what their financial situation is. And that's made possible, that policy is really made possible through the many endowments that we have. But for all of us, the alumni Endowment is the most important, well, they're all important, but this is the one that we as alumni constantly contribute to. So it's really, really exciting to see this number grow. We've given 13 student scholarship through the Alumni Endowment Fund throughout the years, which is very, very, very impressive. And one of those students is here with us today, so she'll reflect a little bit on that later. Continuing on with our updates, so we recently updated our alumni website. So for those of you who haven't been to our new alumni website, we highly encourage you to visit our website for our benefit packages that we have for our alumni, our mentorship program that we have, latest news to what your fellow alumni are up to. Keep us updated with your information. So all of that is now very easily accessible in our new alumni website. And of course, you know, there are multiple ways for you guys to stay connected with us. Our office, our Alumni Relations Office, does a great job ensuring the relationship between us, but we hope that you guys also follow us on Facebook. That's for quick updates, and we post constantly what's happening on campus with that. All right, that's it. Can I get a clap for that really long presentation? With that in mind, so we took a journey almost to the past. Let me make my way through. All right. AUA is truly a place of innovation and advancement. Grounded in knowledge and sustainability, we continue to grow and impact the lives of so many of our students and community members. Now, together, let's take a journey to 30 years ago and once again witness the impressive path that led each and every one of us here today and what our collective actions will lead us to. From the rebels of the Spitak earthquake to engineering the future, we are more than a commitment. We are more than an education. AUA is a commitment.
The idea of the university came about after the 1988 Spitak earthquake as a constructive response to this major tragedy.
The devastating earthquake that struck Soviet Armenia earlier this week will long be remembered as a dark day in the history of the world.
Miriam and I were members of the U.S. National Academy of Sciences reconnaissance team that visited the earthquake area 10-12 days after the earthquake. And while we were going around and visiting various buildings, looking at the damaged buildings, Miran found this book, Strength of Materials, in the rubble of the Polytechnic building. We were both specialists in structural mechanics, and that book described the theory for how to design and construct safe buildings. And there we were, buildings that were very flawed in their design and construction. If the practitioners had followed what was in that book, the devastation would be nowhere near as bad as it was. So in a sense, it was very ironic for us to find that book in the rubble of the earthquake. Touring the earthquake area and seeing the buildings, we realized that there was need for education in earthquake engineering. And at that time, we talked about the possibility of bringing some young students to the United States to educate them in earthquake engineering and send them back. 2 months later, at the end of February 1989, we were at a breakfast of Khash in the home of Suren Kevorkian, and there were a number of professors from the Polytechnic Institute at the time, including Rector Yuri Sarkisyan. And we were going around talking about how the diaspora could help Armenia. And when turn came to Yuri, he said it would be very good if we could bring American-type education to our community. That comment struck in my mind. I thought the time was right, and immediately I said, Yuri, that's not impossible. When I went back, I took notes and I wrote a draft proposal. Then I contacted Miran and I said, would you like to join me in making this proposal? He readily accepted, and so we prepared a letter proposal that we sent to various organizations. Among several responses that we got, there was this short letter from Louise Manoukian-Simon, who was at the time the executive vice president of AGBU. And she said, this is an excellent idea, and AGBU will commit funds to it. But how do you start a university in a country 10,000 miles away? There were many challenges that we had to confront. It's difficult to say the place of the university, getting the government of Armenia on board, getting the mechanics of starting programs, but somehow we overcame those challenges, and it happened. Besides from the funding, Louise Manoukian-Simon had another very important influence on how things evolved. She insisted that we should work with an institution, and immediately University of California idea came about. The extent of University of California contribution has been enormous in terms of guiding, developing the governance structure of the university, advancing the level of the American University of Armenia in terms of integrity, in terms of functionality, in terms of its know-how. The first cohort of AUA students are very special because the university was built together with them. Those years, 1991, 92, until 93, when they graduated, were extremely difficult years in Armenia. But we persisted, and our students, starting 101, eventually 52 graduated, they persisted with us. You know, in Soviet Armenian tradition, there was no ceremony. We had the first such graduation ceremony in Armenia with cap and gown, with all formality, the music and guest speakers, and the enthusiasm, the excitement was just something entirely new in Armenia. And we have kept that tradition from the beginning. We knew that we had to get accreditation because that's what stamps the quality of the university. So we applied to the Western Association of Schools and Colleges, which is one of the 6 regional accreditation agencies in the United States recognized by the Department of Education. The government of Armenia in 1991 granted free use of the Shahumian building to the university. This was the best building that the government of Armenia had at the time. However, the building was really not designed as a university building. Parma-Zavetissian building added facility at the time that we needed it badly because we were running out of space, but it was designed properly as a university building with classrooms, faculty offices, conference rooms, allowed us to function more properly as a university.
When I arrived in Yerevan 2019 in the summer. I had the ambition really to see how I could help to take AUA to the next level of a 21st century university. I was very much helped by a panel study that has been made the year before by AUA trustees and also AGBU. I also went around to all the marches to see and talk to people and the governors specifically. That gave me an understanding on what they believed was important to do and also what they believed was difficult things that they had to deal with. I took that with me, and with the report I started to put together a strategy for AUA. It was a proactive strategy for everybody at AUA to look into what contribution, what understanding do I have and do I want to see when it comes to developing the education, the research, the outreach, and the internal environment. It was also relevant to really see how we could make everybody in their colleges, the faculty and the students, start to prepare possibilities for collaboration. That way, we added 6 open centers of excellence, cutting across the 4 colleges that could also reflect what I heard out in the regions when I talked to the governors, so that I was influenced by the needs from there and also from this panel report that I had. We started to discuss how could we make reality labs where we are focusing on clustering university public-private partnership collaboration. Research facilities are very important for a university. That is something that we need to develop quite a lot. We focus all the time on education, and we still will. That's our aim. But in order for the education to really fit 21st century university needs, we need to develop the infrastructure quite a lot. We also need to expand the university. The next one is the science and engineering building that we are planning right now. We foresee that this is going to be a fantastic, attractive building that can enable both students and faculty to do much more than they can do today. The extension program was put in from the beginning with a reason that was natural at that time to train English language and also to have test facilities for students. That, of course, built up trust in the marches where they are present. This has, over the years, enabled possibilities to give more education in other areas of the country. We call these transformed extension open education, and the next step that we are working on here is to really see how we can integrate that non-academic offering with the academic offering in the university main campus. AUA has a very strong position in the country. Being such a young and small university, it's amazing what impact it has made. That brings, of course, a lot of respect and expectation, which we need to build on. We also need to develop what we can offer to the students for them to really live up to the mission that we have. The mission really to make a real impact for them and also for the country. We hope that what struggle that we have gone through here over the last year, that it help us to build character. We need to see how can we, with the experience we now have, be strong enough to take the steps necessary to make Armenia be an attractive, valuable player in this part of the world. And I truly believe that we can do this. And I truly believe that AUA is positioned to have pieces of the puzzle that is needed for that. The world is changing, transforming, and we can actually be a model. We can leapfrog as a university for university public-private partnership. But we all need to come together and really understand who we are and our unique assets. So let's do it now when we are 30 years old. It's time to do it now.
Our office worked on this video for quite some time, and every time I see it, I still I'm inspired by the words and the mission of this university. So we've come to a very, very special part in our celebration today. It's actually one of my favorite parts of today's ceremony. As you guys know, for the past 4 years, AUA gives an award to one of its distinguished alumni. Unfortunately, last year we had to postpone this event, and last year we didn't give the award out. But we're very, very, very pleased to have gone through the very long process of the nomination and the selection, and we have selected our Distinguished Alumni Award recipient. I'm pleased to say that Gagik is here with us, one of our distinguished alumni, so thank you so much for joining us. So, without further ado, let me bring to your attention to the screen for the last time to help me announce the winner of this year's Distinguished Alumni Award.
Hi. I can finally take a deep breath after a long and busy workday. No, I just love all the noise, the bustle and the animation that make me feel alive for already 30 years. But I also love to rest at the end of the busy day, reflecting upon my past and thinking about my future. And today, I want to lean back and tell you about someone special. You know, all my students, former and current, have always felt very special to me. There have been ones who also received the title Distinguished for putting their knowledge at the service of society and for contributing to the development of our country in a variety of ways. And now I want to tell you about another special alumnus who stands out for his professional achievements and has reached great success in his career. I can recall this young man as a student, always busy with something, engrossed in learning and experimenting, eager to bring his ideas into fruition. As I look back now, I can see him sitting in the last row of the classroom with his friends. The last row guys. This was the nickname they got, always together, also when doing group projects for different classes. Once a promising young man, now a serial tech entrepreneur. This alumnus of mine has been contributing to the creation of workplaces in Armenia, conducting mentorship and internship programs for students, never failing to share his knowledge and expertise with the AUA community. Crisp, the successful startup offering an innovative solution to real-time noise cancellation during calls, has received the Product of the Year award in 2018 on Product Hunt. Time magazine called Crisp one of the 100 best inventions of 2020. I guess you already know who he is. I'm not gonna stretch this anymore. Meet this year's distinguished alumnus, Artavas Minasyan, that Crisp guy.
I have had the pleasure of getting to know Otto and working with him and Crisp over the years, so I'm super, super excited to announce him as the Distinguished Alumni Award. So Dr. Marquez, would you mind joining me on stage? Arto, would you mind joining us on stage also to give you the certificate? This is the important one. Here we go, and this one also. Here, do you want me to, here, let me hold on to that. John, I'm gonna give you the mic. Yeah. Tell us your picture. Oh, wait, can we do the picture? I'll hold on to it for you. There we go.
Thank you so much. Hello everyone. So first, thank you for the video. It was great, really. I enjoyed it a lot. Secondly, I'm very thankful for this great award. When I was studying in university 10 years ago, I never thought that at one point I can be awarded with such a great award. I just want to share my story and how American University impacted my journey. So I started my first business at age of 17 in Shingavit, in district of Yerevan. Many of you probably know the place. Without any knowledge in business, marketing, management, and just basic understanding of accounting and finance. After a couple of years, I was lucky to be accepted, conditionally by the way, to American University of Armenia to MBA program at the age of 23. And after graduation, I already got 3 important things. So first, deep knowledge in business management, marketing, finance, and so on, right? The business knowledge. Second, I got the feeling how the American businesses work and what's the success behind their global expansions. And third, I got the ambition to build my own global business. After a couple of years of struggle, I started my company, Crisp, which is now has a valuation of several $100 million. And we have an ambition to 10 billion in the next couple of years. But what is important for me, what I get from the university is so valuable. Before the university and after university, I got the most important thing for me. An ambition to build a really big company which will impact and change lives of the people here in Armenia, abroad. And obviously, when you have that ambition and when you have the right knowledge, you can go and build the company. So thank you, university, thank you, professors, thank you, my dear AUA, for giving this very important knowledge and boost in my career. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Marquez, also. All right, congratulations, Artojan, one more time. And I had mentioned earlier, when we were talking about the Alumni Endowment Fund, I mentioned that one of our students is here today. So it is my pleasure to invite on stage our BAB student, Anait Hovelian, who is a recipient of the Alumni Endowment Fund, to reflect about her just journey and experiences here at AUA.
Dear AUA community and AUA alumni, I'm Anahit, a junior student at AUA's BAB program, and I'm very excited to be here tonight to share with you my story as an AUA alumni Endowed scholarship recipient. I'm beyond grateful to have had the opportunity of studying at my dream university for already 3 years. You know, when I found out that I received a scholarship from AUA alumni, I was very much impressed. Our alumni value their education at AUA so much that they give back to it by supporting current students like me. I have big dreams and goals, and my confidence continues to rise thanks to the support of AUA alumni. I already can't wait to share with you my achievements and to assure you that your investments were 100% effective. One day I will also be a part of the alumni community, and I'll do my best to support AUA students to continue the circle of giving. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It honestly is very impressive, and it's very, very different for our local context, right? The other universities in our country don't necessarily have alumni giving back, yet along establishing endowment funds to support our students. So thanks to you guys, thanks to Anahit for being an awesome student, and we hope that our alumni endowment fund continues to grow so we could impact the lives of so many of our students. Just unfortunately, Armen Purumian couldn't be here today, but this is a really interesting and fun story. So Armen was a recipient of the Alumni Endowment Fund while he was a student at AUA. He graduated, and today we're going to be celebrating, I believe, class of 2016, right? Class of 5th anniversary. Yep. All right, so 5th anniversary, and he actually donated back as, you know, the class we were fundraising. He actually contributed to the Alumni Endowment Fund. So it's really very, very emotional, I guess, to see that our alumni who are studying here, who received a scholarship, to go on, do great things, and continue giving back to the university. So with that in mind, I think we're gonna gather on stage. So as our president also had you guys stand up, so I'm going to ask the classes to stand up one more time. The anniversary classes of 1996, 2001, 2006, 2011, and 2016. Can I ask you guys to please stand and join me on stage? Our volunteers have some gifts that they're going to pass out to you. I believe there's music that is written for AUA. There it is. All right.
this will stay with us forever. Today we found our way.
Come on up.
Spiritual loves, no lives.
Don't you already have a hat? I thought we...
In your race, joy, like sunshine. So parallel, that's why the game. Recalling faces friend of mine. We sing a song. The day you and me together. Sing joy. This friendship will remain forever. We sing a song. The day you and me together. Sing
Come on in, you guys. We're gonna take a group photo, so let's gather. I know it's COVID, so put your masks on if you need to, but also social distance.
Come on, it's time to understand. In any way we've got to go. To have our dreams and break the wall. To be who you want no matter land.
Hi, Grace. Happy to see you here. All right. Okay, so is everyone here? Everyone with a pin is here? Okay, awesome. Now, Dr. Marquez, can I also invite you to join us on stage? All right. And now, on behalf of the entire anniversary classes, let me invite Christina Pachatrian from class of 2001 to join our president on stage. We heard there's a gift to the university from the anniversary classes. So Christina, please. There we go. What is that? So on behalf of the anniversary classes, we thank you all so much for this gift to our endowment fund presented to our president. So thank you all so much for your contributions. Dr. Marquez, would you like to?
I want to thank the anniversary classes for this gift. This means so much, as you heard also from Anahit and many of the students that you are helping. And so thank you to all the anniversary classes here on stage and the ones behind all this fantastic gift. 7770.
You know, we said we should round it up. Platinum said it's such a good number. We're gonna keep it that way. So thank you again. Let's take a group photo before we go to the core of this celebration, which is the reception and the champagne. So our photographers are ready to go. All right, everyone look at Hike.
Did you get all in?
Are we all good? Okay, social distance a little. All right, I'm here, so everyone look at me. Dr. Marquez over here. All right, now just like graduation, take off your caps and throw them in the air, but also pick them up. Look at that, let's remember the past with an eye to the future. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Let's all go to the cafeteria for some champagne and a reception. Thank you, thank you, thank you.